All right, but here's the line of demarcation, I think. You are an exceptional man, and I say that because you're my friend, and I respect you, and I'm amazed at you. Very few people in life, and I mean this, very few people in life are going to have the motivation to take what you deal with every day and turn it into a positive, not just for you, but for everybody that meets you. So let's take the average folks, not the folks that aren't going to try, that just want to whine, but the average folks who really do want to change, but are waiting for that light bulb to go off. Obviously, you got a great family, but also you got a gift. You got something special that has caused you to take what's going on in your life and turn it into a positive. Do you have to, in your mind, do you have to go through some real tough stuff, some real trauma? You know, there's that thing, that notion, nobody changes until they've hit bottom, or nobody changes until they've reached a point where they can't take it anymore. Can you do it without getting to the bottom?
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you couldn't, then people wouldn't be, our civilization would not be as evolved as it is. I think, honestly, Steve, I'm going to throw that back at you and say that, yeah, you could take a look at me and you could say, Sean, you've been faced with so much adversity, and so you've had to triumph over it, and you've had to build skills, and you've had to do that, or survival wouldn't have been possible for you, but you've gone beyond that. Well, I'm here to tell you that I think everybody is thrown at challenges. I think everybody listening to this show could call in and tell you a story about their life that would blow you away, about some major obstacle they were faced at. And that's my whole program is now about how we all have that, but I'm disabled, but I come from a poor family, but I'm divorced, but my children ran away from my house and I can't find. Everybody has some kind of major but that they're dealing with that they could sit back on.
All right, give them one thing we'll tell people how to get involved with what you do and have you out and speak or get involved with the program. But give people one thing today to log into, whether it's kids listening or grown-ups or whatever, and they're stuck. What do you tell them?
I would tell them that the first thing you need to do is you need to realize that if you take responsibility for where you are in your life right now, if you are willing to cut out blame, I think that's a big part of it. You know, I could blame God for my condition. I could blame society for not helping the disabled as much. I could have blame if I wanted to, but I decided to cut blame out. So I would tell somebody if they're frustrated, notice how you have to let go of blame and take responsibility first. The second thing is they have to find what butt they're sitting back on. And everybody has that butt that is causing them to not go as far and to stand up in their life. Maybe that butt is they don't have enough time, they don't have enough money, enough energy in their day. And they have to find where that butt is and then tell themselves, you know what, I'm going to stand for going out and prioritizing my day better. I'm going to stand for adding more energy into my life by prioritizing my time so I can exercise today.
But you should pick one, right? I mean, because
right,
so
one
many
at a
people,
time.
so many people feel so overwhelmed they let another day go by but they don't do anything. Pick one thing today.
Right, and that's the big thing. I am not a motivational guy that says if you just have a positive attitude, you can do anything in life.
That's a crock.
That's a crock. It really is, because life is going to knock you on your butt. It's going to do its best to knock you on your butt.
By the way, that's 2 T's on that butt.
Both ways, absolutely. And so when you are put into that position, you have the opportunity to allow it to continue, to sit back on that. Or you have the ability to say, you know what, this is not the kind of life I want to live. The kind of life I want to live is I want to surround myself with people that are going to pull me up, help me stand up in my life. And I tell people right now, if you want to have a better quality of life, get a good group of people to surround you. You know, maybe they're mentors, teachers, friends, colleagues, people that don't tear you down, that are not negative, that not allow you to be sitting back on your butt and come from pain.
Coaches.
Yeah, coaches. People that support you properly. Get that set up. The next thing is you got to surround your mind. See, this is a mind-body-spirit thing.
Sure.
You have to surround your mind with good books, good programs, good knowledge, good thoughts. You know, and things that you know that will support you. Standing, which I talk about in my program now, it's the act of getting off your butt and supporting yourself in a position of strength. And whenever you're not supporting yourself in a position of strength, you know you're sitting back on your butt, and it's time to get back up.
TimeToStand.com is the new website for the Time to Stand program that Sean has created. Here's the deal. If you're a school administrator, if you're a youth group organizer, whatever the case may be, he's a busy guy. But if Sean can fit you into his schedule and come out and speak to your organization, you are going to have one of those life-changing moments and one of those life-changing days. And you're way too modest about this stuff. I really mean that. Because that's the kind of guy that you are, and that's the kind of experience this stuff is. That's why I love having you on. And secondarily to that, if you are one of the white-collar, big-shot, guru, head honcho types running around the course of your busy, BlackBerry-filled day.
Do they listen to your show, though, Steve?
A lot of them.
Okay.
You would not believe how powerful I am. You also need to get a hold of Sean and come out to talk to your company or whatever. And I know your schedule's busy, but people, if they call you or email you or whatever and try to fit you in now, now's the time to schedule you. So I know how much you love running around and doing this stuff.
Sure, let me give you my number here. You can talk to Rita. She handles all of our events, and she'll be happy to answer any of your questions. If you are a corporation looking to get your employees off your butts, or you're a school looking to get your faculty and students off their butts, call toll-free 866-294-1582.
And I'm very disappointed in you, by the way.
What's that?
Well, you know, Leslie, Sean has been out in Hollywood doing stand-up comedy at the the Ice House?
Yeah.
In where's it? Pasadena, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Ice House in Pasadena. How do I find this out? From other people. Why aren't you calling me? Why aren't you telling me? I got a show Sunday night. I may need some material for crying out loud.
That's why we kept it on the DL there, Steve. We know how you can, snag good material. So I wanted it to be over before I heard it on the Cochran Show.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You look fabulous. Great to see you as always.
It's good to be here.
You know you're always welcome here. All right, timetostand.com. That's the website. Call Rita and say, I got to have Sean come talk to my people. 866-294-1582. All right, I'm through with you.
It's good to see you, Steve.
Don't
Thank
make me
you.
call security. I'll throw you out of here. You know the way. 157. This is 720 WGN.